Thank you all for being here tonight. We've got another great sellout crowd. My name's Alan Hester, and I'm only here so I won't get fined. I'm delighted to be here and represent the Chamber tonight, and we've got a great program, so I hope you enjoy everything this evening and that the whole event will be to your liking. I've got a few housekeeping chores that I need to do. First of all, I need to thank all of the sponsors, and we have a lot of sponsors to thank, so bear with me. First Citizens National Bank, Dyersburg Electric System, Hillshire Brands, NSK Steering Systems, Eaton Corporation, Security Bank, Forcum Lanham Contractors, Forcum Lanham Building Materials, Tencom, First South Bank, Caterpillar, Cable One, Lanham Coronado Law Firm, First State Bank, Regions Bank, Manpower, Burke's Beverage, and Dyersburg Regional Medical Center. Please give them all a round of applause. Thank you. We also have some table sponsors tonight: Alexander Thompson Arnold, Nordine, RFW Construction Group, ServPro of Dyersburg Union City, the State Gazette, and White & Associates Insurance. So let's give them a round of applause. Hey, I got to do a little something here that I always enjoy doing, and that is to recognize the 2014 Diplomat of the Year. So if I could have your attention for just a minute, I'll tell you a little bit about what a diplomat does. We have a team of people that volunteer to go around the community, to go all the ribbon cuttings and everything. But being a diplomat is a lot more than just cutting ribbons and going to social events. When you work as a volunteer for the Chamber, you're a volunteer for the entire community. You find yourself dividing your time between your day job and your volunteer work. And you are, by design, a very busy person. Diplomats work as a team to welcome new members, assist all the Chamber members, and to communicate the message of the Chamber to anybody that will listen. Voted upon by her peers for an excellent year of doing the work of the Chamber as a diplomat, our 2014 Diplomat of the Year is Miss Andrea Joy. We'll give Andrea a round of applause. If you would come up, please, Andrea. Please come forward. While she's making her way up here to the podium, I also want to recognize this wonderful Chamber staff back there at the awesome table. Chamber staff, would you please stand? Our Chamber staff: Steve Guttery, Tammy Hall, Tiffany Pride, Hannah Kaler, Judy Gregory. They do a great job for us. Come on up, Andrea. Here is your Diplomat of the Year award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Just want to say thank you. It's a great honor to be a part of this chamber in this community, and thank you to my amazing boss. He lets me participate in everything, and it's just a great community, and thank you.
Thank you. All right. It is time now to hear some remarks from our outgoing chairman after 2 years of hard labor as chairman of the Chamber of Commerce, Larry White. Let's give Larry a great hand. You've done a wonderful job.
Thank you. I enjoyed that last song, Ain't No Sunshine When He's Gone. So, if it had a meaning or not. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Larry White with White & Associates Insurance, and I am your outgoing Chamber Chairman. I would like to thank you first for being here tonight and all the support. It's another sellout crowd, and appreciate very much the participation that you are giving. One of the many reasons that I wanted to serve as Chamber Chairman over the last 2 years is because personally I wanted to try to give back to the community that has been so good to me and my family. Dyer County obviously is my home. It has been since 1976. My wife, Kay, and I moved to Dyersburg with our daughter later Whitney and Tommy, now 3 grandchildren. Dyersburg has obviously been very good to us. All I can hope is that Dyersburg and Dyer County for the future will be as good for them. I'll never be able to repay the personal debt that I owe this community. But after 2 years as your chamber chairman, I can say that I have even a deeper appreciation for the people who make this place great. Our chamber staff, our volunteers, and our allies across the state. Now that I have had 2 years as maybe an insider, and I get to see the inside works of what goes on behind the scenes, I can say I am more impressed than ever about what our chamber does for Dyer County. We need to remember just how we have accomplished so much by working together and how much more we can do to improve our community as we go forward into 2015 and 16. Before I pass the gavel to Danny Watson, and I think about this on Danny, if most of you know where Richwood is, I really didn't know that we could get anyone that lived farther out in the country than I did from Windberg, but I think we have accomplished that coming from Richwood, and he actually lived outside of Richwood, for you that know where Richwood is. But I would like to mention that just a few highlights, and you have the brochure on the table in front of you, that this past year that we've had the fortune of creating 388 new manufacturing jobs, over $62 million worth of capital investments in local industry. We've cut 29 ribbons for new and expanded businesses. The Chamber has had over 40 membership events, and we've had a record-breaking attendance at our membership luncheon, at our business expo, and then last month at our holiday after hours. We launched the Gearheads program, which is a program to promote the education in our middle schools, and we were one of only 3 counties showcased at the Governor's Economic Development Conference in Nashville. These are just a few of the highlights of the information that you'll find printed, and please take the time to review that. As you've seen on the screen and in your bulletin, also with over 500 members representing 10,000 jobs and $300 million in annual payroll, we have very much, or we have quite a bit to be thankful for, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you allowing me the opportunity to be and serve as your chairman for the past 2 years. Thank you very much, and at this time, I'd like to ask Danny Watson to come forward.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Well, what you don't know is that Larry has security posted at the door tonight, so I would not escape, and that he might have to be here another year. So, all right. I'm going to say a few words, and if y'all bear with me, and I want to say good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to thank Larry for a great job that he's done. He's done a fantastic job the last 2 years. I want to thank our board of directors. I want to thank our volunteers and staff of the chamber. But most of all, I want to thank y'all. Y'all are the ones that make the chamber. You're the one that not only make this event, but make this whole thing possible. You know, my wife made me do 2 things to get ready for tonight. She made me get a haircut, and as you can tell, they took a little bit too much off the top. The other thing she made me do was get a new suit. So when I went and got that, Mo told me I had to walk around this way all night long so people would know where I got it. But seriously, I am honored and humbled to be up here. Been sitting out there many, many years, and I thought, you know, it just never dawned on me that I would be up here, but it is an honor and a privilege to be your chairman for the next 2 years. Now, what like Larry alluded, I hope you enjoyed the slideshow. Before a lot of you got here, we were standing here looking at the slideshow. Brought back a lot of memories. You know, it's the staff did a fantastic job pulling a lot of these slides out, digging deep, going back through the archives, and that's a lot of history there. And we're here. The chamber is 70 years old. Just a few weeks ago, 70 years old. And I hope you saw from these slides how much a part of the chamber has been a part of this community. So, you know, looking at it, a lot of things have happened over these last 70 years. And the chamber has been involved not only in this community, but in our state. And I know the chamber will continue to be part of that. You know, Larry did allude that I was born at Richwoods. Actually, it was a few miles past Richwoods. But what a lot of people don't realize, that I was born on the James P. Lanier farm. And now, you know, 70 years later now, I'm not 70 years old, but it is an honor for me to be standing up here and being on the same list with Judge Lanier, as well as a lot of other distinguished individuals. The chamber is 500 members strong. And you know, probably not many chambers in our state can say that, but we're 500 members strong, we're growing strong, and it's just a great honor to be part of this chamber. Larry did say that I was from Richwoods, but you know, it's Richwoods is, I think everybody, if you don't know where Richwoods is, well then you go to Big Boy Junction and take a left, and I'm sure everybody knows where Big Boy Junction is. But it is my honor to be here, and as we move forward with these next 2 years, I hope that I can serve the chamber. I know I've got some big shoes to fill with Larry, but not only Larry, we've had a lot of great chamber leaders over the last few years, over the last 70 years. But if all the previous chairmen and chairwomen that are here, if you would stand, we would like to recognize you. The chamber has been a big part of this community for the last 70 years, and I hope, and I don't, not only hope, I know that the chamber will continue to be part of that. So as we move forward, what I hope that we will continue to do, I know that we want to continue working together to deliver a high-quality service to our community and to our chamber members. We want our voice to be heard at every level of government. We want to continue to be a force for positive change and shine a positive light on Dyer County. But most of all, we know that we want to continue working together. But what I want to say last is I want to encourage the young generation that's sitting out here now, that I want to encourage you and I want to challenge you to be back here for our 100th anniversary, 100th birthday. And looking around the room, some of us probably won't be here in 30 more years. But it will be up to the younger generation to carry on a long legacy that we have had with this chamber. Again, I want to thank you for letting me be your chamber, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Danny. Now, just a couple more things before we get to our keynote speaker. As Danny said, we've had great leadership. We've been blessed with that, and it's certainly been a blessing for me as the chamber director to be able to work with such great chairmen and chairwomen during my time here. A man who served before Larry White for 2 years as our chairman was Jeff Agee, and Jeff has served for the past 2 years as the chairman of the foundation of the chamber. So I'd like to ask Jeff if he would come up, please, for just a second. Just have a little plaque for Jeff. And also, Larry and I kid each other, and we've had a great relationship this past 2 years during Larry White's tenure. And the joke we have going back and forth is that the best 2 days of any chairman's life are the day he gets the gavel and the day he passes the gavel. So Larry has passed the gavel, but I'm going to ask him to come up one more time and get a plaque in appreciation for his 2 years of service. Here's Steve Goodrick.
I want to remind everybody that will be in photographs here. We may get some photographs as we do these presentations, but we will reset that again as soon as we get through so that we get a really good photograph. And we thank the State Gazette for handling our photography. And this story is ready to go. All we need is your pictures. So let me get on with that. This is the 2014 Small Business of the Year. Our Small Business of the Year started with a dream, a significant purchase, and a plan. 10 years ago, while looking for a retirement retreat, these entrepreneurs found Dyer County and fell in love with it. They saw something in the land that many could not visualize, but that's really how it goes with entrepreneurs. Fast forward to today, and this company is known for a highly successful annual 10K race, raising over $10,000 for the Community Mission Blitz, a beautiful lodge, a well-maintained scenic lake, a bridal event and an event venue in itself, an escape retreat for professionals, a model for soil conservation and the preservation of the natural beauty of Dyer County. I want to ask our community leaders, Kevin and Diana Griffith, to join us on stage as we honor them as our 2014 Small Business of the Year, Fern Lake Farms. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Steve.
Dakota, if you can help me out, can you take the crashed airplane off of our background? Thank you.
I guess that's all right.
Kevin, would you like to say a few words?
I can say something.
Please.
Well, Fern Lake brought us here 10 years ago, but what has kept us here is really the sense of community. Life is centered here on family, on friends, and on faith. And that's a foundation that is so strong, and it's what's being lost in many of the metropolitan communities, like the one we're from, which is the Tampa Bay area of Florida. It's sad to see, but it's also comforting to see the strength that we've got here and that we still have it, and it is special. And it is something that maybe doesn't show up on a balance sheet, but is a valuable foundation for life. And we, both Diana and I, feel very blessed to be a part of this community. So thank you.
Next is our 2014 Medium Business of the Year. Our Medium Business of the Year is a family-managed franchise that kicked off with a dedication service in addition to their regular grand opening. Their employees were prayerfully selected to become a Christ-centered team dedicated to serving the community. That plan allowed this company to achieve a 15% growth in sales in 2014. Their Dyersburg store is ranked in the top 20% for the year in customer satisfaction. They currently employ 48 bright, smiling faces who really mean it when they say to you, "My pleasure." Our 2014 Medium Business of the Year, Chick-fil-A, Dyersburg.
I just want to say thank you to Dyersburg, the Chamber. We're so happy and thrilled to be here. This is a great community to be in, and we enjoy giving back to the community. It truly is our pleasure to serve you each and every day, and we thank you for that.
We now move to our 2014 Large Business of the Year. Our Large Business of the Year employs 365 teammates. This business is over 125 years old. Their total assets grew more than 26% this last year, and customer satisfaction is a 9.71 out of 10. Their employees at home and across the state are involved in community service with over 9,000 hours of work donated by their teammates to various charities and nonprofit organizations. With their headquarters in Dyersburg, our 2014 Large Business of the Year is a two-bank, $1.5 billion holding company that truly is unbelievably good. First Citizens National Bank.
Well, thank you very much. 126 years ago, First Citizens partnered with this great county, 1889. I can tell you now, we're a $1.5 billion company, but we understand our roots are deeply rooted right here in Dyer County. We are humbly proud that we started here. We have teammates that started right here. Our customers are unbelievably good, and our shareholders are mainly from right here in Dyer County. I can tell you long-term strategically, our company, even though we're going to be covering up the state of Tennessee, we will continue to invest and to be properly aligned with the mission and the vision of Dyer County and the Chamber. On behalf of our teammates, which a lot of them are here tonight, of the leadership team, we say God bless you and thank you.
Next is called the Emerging Leader Award. For those who did the nominations, we have to ask silly questions like, how old are you? But there's a reason for that. We called it Young Leader at one point. That didn't sound right, so Emerging Leader is how this award has rested, and this person is quite qualified. But these are usually nominated by their peers, and let me thank everybody that had anything to do with any of the nominations, for all the people that were a part of this judging of this whole thing, because it took a lot of nominations to get these people, and I know the judges had a very, very difficult time. You could have just taken them as a slate, but we can only do one person. So our 2014 emerging leader tells us that Boy Scouting instilled in him the principle to leave something better than you found it. As a leader of leaders, he does just that. He completed Dyer County Youth Leadership in 1996. He was president of the 2008 Dyer County Adult Leadership class. He's currently on the Leadership Alumni Board. He also completed Leadership Obion County. His work with the Scouting movement is endless, and we'll just say that he attained the rank of Eagle and he never looked back. He's still going. He is the president of Universal Contractors, LLC, and a licensed professional engineer. The 2014 Emerging Leader Award goes to Jim Cheatham.
Ever since attending Dyer County High School, I'd like to thank all the people in this room that made Dyer County the choice for me after college to come back, live, work, get involved, and to start a family. I've greatly appreciated everything Dyer County's done and look forward to paying it forward for the future generation. Thank you.
Next is our 2014 Distinguished Woman of the Year. Our Distinguished Woman of the Year is driven by the overwhelming desire to experience the blessings and joy that come from acting out of inspiration rather than motivation. After facing cancer, our candidate traded her to-do list for what she refers to as a legacy list. Her legacy list is based on inspiring people, growing the community, and leaving a lasting footprint in making the world a better place. Her life has been dedicated to helping small businesses develop and prosper. Many know her through leadership, evangelism, ministry, and her guidance of the Dyer County Relay for Life. The 2014 Distinguished Woman of the Year is Malia Evans.
Wow. Thank you. The first thing I should probably do is apologize to the amazing women that have won this before, because clearly we're changing the standards for the award. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten it, I don't think. But truly, life is for me now. It has been before, but really, really is now about inspiration. And Dyer County is full of inspiration. The people of Dyer County inspire me every day to do what I do. This award would not have been possible without two very, very important people in my life, and that's the Lord I serve and the man that he blessed me with. And without both of them, for the past year especially, life wouldn't have been possible. This award is for Dyer County, and I'll continue being inspired by you and doing all I can for you. Thanks.
Our 2014 Distinguished Man of the Year credits his mentors when he was young and what they taught him about being able to achieve spiritual and personal happiness from serving others. He credits the work ethic dedicated in his medical oath for the inspiration for his public service work ethic. Our candidate is now a mentor with the city schools host program, Dyersburg State Alumni Association, a board chair where he was elected Outstanding Alumnus in 2008, Dyersburg State Alumni Fund Board member, YMCA board member, and a current president of Kiwanis. He is an owner and pharmacist at C&C Pharmacy, Our 2014 Distinguished Man of the Year is Dr. Kevin Cook.
This one definitely caught me off guard. I was honored just to be nominated, but man, excuse me, I am truly blessed to be able to make a living, raise my family in the county that raised me. That's what motivates me to get involved in our community. Like Steve said, I've had a lot of mentors, a lot of supporters along the way, many of which are in this very room. And I want to say thank you. I also want to say thank you to my biggest supporter and motivator and critic, and that's my wife, Damaris. My wife and family are just daily reminders of just how much the Lord has blessed me. And I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for two other constants in my life, and that's my parents, Ed and Barbara Eller. They instilled values in me that are the reasons I've had successes in my life. I really do appreciate this honor, and I thank you again.
Well, how about that? Is that good? Good, wasn't it? Yeah? Very well deserved by everyone. Well, we've had a pretty good night so far. What do you think? Food was good? Music was good. I'd like to ask Charlie Baker if the band's out in the lobby, if they'd come back and play one or two for us to go home on. Valley Collins, how about her? Yeah. Great job, Valley. Thank you so much. A pleasure having you here. Ladies and gentlemen, if there's nothing else to come before the chamber, I will remind all the winners to stick around to get your picture made. We are adjourned. Thank you so much.